My wife and I started the Page Education Foundation 27 years ago with the goal of encouraging, assisting, and supporting African American and other minorities in the pursuit of education beyond high school. We do that two ways, one by providing financial assistance, and the other by requiring our grant recipients, we call them paid scholars, requiring them to work with young children, kindergarten through 8th grade, specifically in the area of education. We call it our service to children requirement. Over the 27 years, we've had roughly a little more than 6,000 paid scholars. We have 540 this year. The foundation's motto is creating heroes through education and service. And through the work of our paid scholars, we not only create heroes, but through both by their words and by their deeds, they are actively engaged in mentoring, assisting young children understand the importance of education, that it's a tool that can be used to achieve whatever your hopes and dreams are. And they do that as they are pursuing their own hopes and dreams. The influences that have guided me along the way begin with my parents and other family members who instilled in me an understanding of the importance of education and in understanding that seeking excellence, being good at what you do, being as good as you can be at what you do is important. A lot of times we get caught up in the notion of competing at the level of the competition, being better than the competition, or trying to be just good enough. And you know, you may or may not have success with that, but it is seeking to find your own highest level that allows you to expand as a person. It allows you to become more than what you might otherwise be. I mean, I put it this way in the context of football. Playing to the level of the competition won't necessarily allow you to play to your fullest ability. And it is reaching that fullest ability that's where you find the satisfaction. That's really reaching to be as good as you can be. Ultimately, that's what success is all about. It's not the destination. It's the manner that you travel to get there. I find that the journey is as important and in many respects more satisfying than the destination. I would say to those considering a career in the law that the law is challenging. I have found it fascinating, and a career, you know, if you're looking at earning a living, I mean, we all have to do that, but if that's the only interest you have in the law, you might want to think about something else. But if you want to engage in an activity that requires you to think critically, to work hard, to work through really complex problems and ultimately get to a point where you provide a benefit to society, to your clients, to other people, then I'd say go for it. The law can be as fulfilling as anything possibly could be. Yeah, I don't know that the challenges of the bench are dramatically different today than what they were 22 years ago. Certainly, for somebody like me coming to grips with technology, that's a challenge. But in terms of the law itself and how it gets applied and how we come to the decisions we make, I'm not so sure that that fundamental part has changed a great deal. Again, maybe how we do things, that's changed a bit, but one of the beauties of the law is that it is constantly, you are constantly renewed by working with it. There are times when, and certainly when I first joined the court, I thought, well, there will become a point where I will have this down and it'll still be interesting, but it won't be as challenging. What I found is that the more you know, the more you understand what you don't know. And so there's always, the horizon is always out there in front of you. You never get to the horizon. And so it is, in many respects, more difficult today than it was in the beginning, because knowing more, I know how much I don't know.